everyone, today I'm going to be doing a tutorial for you, and I am seeing, and probably as are you, the new Sigma Resort palette. I'm seeing a lot of tutorials going up here on YouTube, and a lot of them seem to be very similar in the same look that they're going about doing. The Resort palette to me is very summery, and I feel like I just soon buy those random colors here and there than in a whole palette, although it does look like an amazing palette. The packaging alone makes me want to buy it. But anyway, I wanted to do a drugstore look for you that is very similar to some of the Sigma looks that I'm seeing from the Resort palette. It's a palette from Revlon, and I noticed that it had a lot of similar colors to the Resort palette from Sigma, and it's by no means as large and has as many of the colors, and I don't know if the quality's the same. I don't know, but when I saw this I thought I can recreate the look that I've been kind of seeing over and over with people using that palette. So anyway, here is the palette. It's from the Revlon Photo Ready, and it's in the color Bohemian, and it does give you a step-by-step on the back on how to apply it. Now that is not how I did it. This pink color, they're not individually labeled, so I'll show you. The pink color on top, and it's just kind of a corally pink. I don't know if you can see it. It's what I use as my lid color. This brown that's right here is what I use as my crease. This turquoise, which is what they say is the lid color, and I'm sure it'd be a gorgeous lid color, is what I use as my lower lash line liner. And then this color right here is just kind of a light shimmery champagne-y gold, they say is an all-over primer. Now I do use it all over, but I don't use it as a primer, so I can't tell you that it's going to be a primer, make your makeup last. And then I've run out of, okay, here. This little gold down here is supposed to be just like a pop of color that you can put in the center. So let me put those on my hand. So that is those colors. And I'm really impressed with this palette. I think it's $7 or $8. I got it at Target. It is a new line, a new set of colors, and Bohemian is the name. But again, like I said, it has a ton of the colors that I'm seeing with that Sigma Resort palette look. Not to say the Sigma Resort palette is not a great one, but I just didn't want to put the $40 to $50 into it, and this gave me a very similar look that I like a whole lot. So I'm going to come in so you can see, because I've done my look now. And so that is the look. If you want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching and I will do a step-by-step. Thanks so much. So the first thing I'm going to do is use my e.l.f. eyelid primer. And I have my mirror right here like normal, so I'll be looking over there. And you definitely need to take it underneath your lash line, because we're going to be putting shadow under your lash line on this look. And the e.l.f. eyelid primer, like I've said, it is my favorite because it's $1 and I can't tell a difference. It works the exact same as any high-end I've used. But it is a little thinner, so don't use a ton. Okay, start with this pinky corally shimmery color on top. And I'm actually going to use the little dome applicator that comes with it, the sponge, and get my product on there because I really want to pack that color on there. So I rarely use these, but for this look, I found that using the brush, it caused too much fallout. And this, it packed the color on, and I had a lot of control. So you might need several of those. And I'm doing the lid, and I'm going to take it right up to the crease. I'm not taking it in the crease, but right to the crease. So there's that. Okay, so next I'm going to take just a blending brush. This is a Sigma E25. And I'm going to go into this like light goldish color. And I'm just going to kind of blend the edges out. And I'm going to actually take that on up, and I'm going to use that as my highlight also. And in the palette, it calls that the primer shade. I don't know exactly why that would be a primer, but that's where we're going with it. Color. And it'll help the other colors blend nicely also. Okay, so there's that. Now, I'm going to take a medium shadow brush, and this is from the Up and Up brush collection, and it's just kind of, it's like a blending brush, but it's just much more tapered and much more control. It's firmer. And going into this darker brown, I'm just going to get a little bit on the edge, tap that off, and this is what I'm taking into my crease. Lightly take that into your crease. You can bring it down a little bit in that V shape. This is just going to add some depth to the look. Okay, so there's where we are. And I'm going to go back to that same blending brush that I used earlier and get a little bit more of that primer color. And then I'm just going to kind of blend that out using that. Okay, so there's that. I'm take it over my lid a little bit. So after I've done that, I'm going back in with my little applicator, and I'm going back to the pink, and just to brighten that pink up right there on the lid. And tap that on there. Hopefully you can see it. And then just kind of blend that all out. So that is kind of that eyeshadow, the top. And then I'm going to take, this is a brow pencil from Milani. It's in Natural Taupe. I've talked about it a ton. And I'm going to go underneath and line my lower lash line with that. And it's not really to offer anything but a little bit of depth, because we're not going to be really putting a liner down there, and so it just adds a little bit of thickness to my lashes, and so they're not so flat. You won't even see this. So there you go. You don't really even see it, but it just adds a little bit of some depth down there. Okay, next I'm going to take my Jordana Fabuliner, and this is in brown lash line. And this is really just making your lash line look thicker. It enhances your lash line. Okay, so there's that. Let's make sure it kind of looks like the other one, and it does. And then I'm going to take any brown eyeliner that's waterproof, and this is from Rimmel London. It's Exaggerate Waterproof, and it's just a brown in the color Sable. I've got several different types, and I'm just going under and tight lining, and that's just to kind of fill in the gaps as where the top eyeliner, if it didn't hit close enough to the lash line, this will kind of fill in those gaps and really make your lashes look thick at the base. Okay, so there's that. Alright, so now I'm going to let that set up a little bit, and for the lower lash line, so you can do this dry, you can do it wet, whatever. I'm actually going to use my e.l.f. makeup setting spray. And I'm going to spray the top of my hand, just a few pumps just to get some on there. And I'm going to take an e.l.f. Angled eyeliner brush. for this turquoisey teal color right here. My brush in the little bit of setting spray, so you'll be applying it wet, and to me I find that it applies smoother and it stays longer. So you could run it underwater if you wanted to. I just have the setting spray, so just getting that on the brush like that, tap off the excess, and then we're going in and applying it just like we would like a gel liner. With it being wet, you just have less fallout, and I feel like you have more color payoff. Is that. You can see it's really an easy look. It can look pretty intricate and pretty detailed, but it's really not. So just curl those lashes. You don't have to curl your lashes. Okay. Alright, so next I'm going to apply an eyelash primer, and this is the primer end of my double extend from L'Oreal. And I do not apply a primer to the bottom because I don't feel like I need anything on the bottom. Okay, so that is on there. I'm going to use 3 different mascaras. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Voluminous Full Definition. It's in the gold tube, and I'm going in for that one. And because it is drying out, it's tending to be a little clumpy. So I'm going to go back in with another one. Okay, so we got that. And then I'm going in with my new Telescopic Shocking Extension. And then I'm going in with that same mascara and doing the bottom lashes. Okay, so that is the look. I hope you like this look. It is an easy eye look, and especially like I said before, if you're wanting that Sigma Resort palette look but you just don't want to put that much money into it. I liked the look that I was seeing everybody doing, and then I saw this palette from Revlon. I thought I can get at least a few of the looks that I'm seeing with that Sigma Resort palette. So again, here is the palette from Revlon. So I hope you like this tutorial. I really like this look for spring and for summer. I think it's light, but it just offers a little bit of color and a little just some pizzazz. So anyway, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time. See you later. Bye.